All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Ali LaForce joining us from the floor. And here's a look at some numbers from Alperen Şengün.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm. Just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. Dante DiVincenzo out there with Mike Conley. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Houston, inside Smith and Şengün. Amen Thompson out there with Josh Okogie. And it's Durant in at the small forward position. You know, something that makes this matchup interesting, Richard. Both of these teams execute at a high level on defense.
Yeah, the scoreboard could be looking underfed by the end of the game. The NBA is trying to tilt things towards offense, but these two say, not on my watch.
Şengün with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. Here's Conley. Outside McDaniels. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Thompson finds Durant. Now Şengün. Back to Durant. A little mid-range shot is up, and he nails the jumper.
It just looks too easy. Durant with the skill and height to get anything he wants from the mid-range.
Randall outside. First quarter, just over a minute played. Şengün against Gobert. Back to Conley. Thompson with a steal. Smith passes to Okogie. Here's Smith. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
And the Rockets have had success adding veteran leadership to their young roster, RJ.
And that's a great lesson in roster building. It's always beneficial to have adults in the room, experienced guys who can set positive examples for younger players.
And he gets that one.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
Thompson passes to Okogie. Back to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Thompson, a screen on McDaniels. Here's Durant. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
Rockets foul. Josh Okogie. First personal foul. First team foul.
Conley passes to Randall. Pass to Gobert. 5 to shoot. Randall, pass to DiVincenzo. And it's rejected.
And putting his length to good work. Smith gets aggressive and finds the block. Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Outside, DiVincenzo. Randall against Smith, and the foul on Jabari Smith. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Making some changes. Steven Adams checked in for Şengün. Finney Smith comes in for Smith. And it's Shepard in for Okogie. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Minnesota again missing. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's Shepard. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Houston shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Yeah, what I like about this kid Shepard is his confidence, especially when it comes to shooting the ball.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Back to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Feed the interior, good things will happen.
And so Durant will bring it up for Houston. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
And when you look at it, that shooting percentage is an ugly one. Anytime you see it in the lower 30s, you know it's probably a rough night.
Yeah, they really got held down in that one. If you can't get points on the board, then you're pretty much beat no matter what.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, "I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me." Guys?
Fills it up with the best. Okay, Allie, good stuff.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
To the middle. Here's Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
And whenever Adams is aggressive on offense, it helps big time, especially when he's dunking it hard inside.
Here's DiVincenzo for 3. Randall. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. 20 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Durant with a screen on Edwards. 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. The putback. Here's Adams. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Rockets on top. They lead by 3. And we'll be back with you shortly. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Dillingham out there with Anthony Edwards. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Clark in at the 3, small forward. Şengün, the screen. Driving to the basket. And it's Shepard missing. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Dillingham. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. The Rockets' shooting has been great this game. 58%. Pass to Thompson. Reid against Şengün. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play, and you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., he throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
High post Reid. Shoots over Şengün. And Reid with a basket on the assist from Dillingham.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Shepard. Beyond the arc. Drains the triple. Shepard's got 6.
If you're looking for the game's next great shooter, keep an eye on Shepard. This kid is special.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And Richard, with floor spacing so critical, ball handlers want their teammates to be shot ready.
Oh, yeah, having your feet square, knees bent, hands ready, because ultimately, if you're shot ready, your percentages go up. If your percentages go up, so does your money.
Houston making some changes. Durant comes in for Finney-Smith, and Okogie is subbed in for Thompson. And then for Minnesota, Randall, he's checked in for Freeman. DiVincenzo comes in for Clark, and Conley subbed in for Dillingham. Edwards for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Back to Okogie. Pass to Smith. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Randall outside. To the inside. Outside. DiVincenzo from behind the arc. Smith with the rebound. Houston leading by 5. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Houston working the ball around. Here's Shepard. 6 points for him. Durant for 3. Şengün. Boy, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Şengün's gotten his first basket of the night.
Offensive rebound is a big part of Şengün's game. Just look at his numbers. They've been great over the year.
Conley, a screen on Durant. Pass to Reed. Over Şengün. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Reed's got 4 points in the quarter. The Rockets have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Here's Conley. DiVincenzo against Durant. Oh, denied by Durant. Fast break, here we go. Unloads from 13. Tips it. It's good on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 7.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
From deep, Conley. Kevin Durant with a rebound. For Houston, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. 1:31 left to play in the first half. Timberwolves trail by 7. Edwards, the pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Houston making some changes. Adams checked in for Alperen Şengün. Finney-Smith comes in for Smith. And it's Thompson in for Shepard. And then for Minnesota, Gobert's checked in for Reed. And McDaniels is subbed in for Anthony Edwards. The shot's good.
This is how smart Durant is, able to break defenses apart in screen rolls like it's nothing.
Pass to Randall. Back to DiVincenzo. No good on the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Thompson scanning the floor. There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter. And that one good.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Outside Conley. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Randall. He's marked by Finney-Smith. The baseline J is on the way. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Houston. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Fans, let's warm up and get ready for your...
Howdy. The Cleveland Cavaliers right now trailing the Sixers out in Philly. They're in the third quarter now, trailing by 5.
Yes.
And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Houston Rockets.
When you play the right way and you're patient, you usually come out on top.
Yeah, you love a team that will work, sometimes deep into the clock for their shots. Man, that's great.
And that's a wrap on halftime.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Steven Adams. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then it's Josh Okogie. And it's Thompson in at the 1. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Clock at 6. The fader. It's hauled in by Houston. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
McDaniels with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Randall. And he banks in the layup. Randall's got 8.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Pass to Adams. Clock at 4. Here's Okogie. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got his 4th assist with that last one. Thompson passes to Durant. Durant playing big in the paint.
Inside, Durant's scoring instincts take over, helping him find a path to that difficult shot.
How prolific a scorer is KD? He and LeBron are the only players ever to score 40 against every team.
That is both incredible and not surprising when you think about it. The ease in which KD puts up huge scoring numbers is nothing like anything we've seen.
Here's Okogie. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Durant's shot is off.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
And he lobs it up. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. McDaniels against Durant. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And Minnesota with possession here. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. McDaniels from long range. Minnesota again missing. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. And they're deep into this homestand. That'll be game 4 out of 5. Pass to Okogie. Tipped. Just 5 to shoot. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball. With this pause, let's update you on the best rebounding teams in the NBA over the previous 10 games. The Rockets, number 1.
And over the last 10 games, this team has brought it to the glass. Everyone is getting involved and trying to help one another secure boards.
Conley passes to Gobert. Gobert showing his skill inside.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the new group getting ready for the Rockets. Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Adams. Şengün comes in for Finney Smith. Smith, he's checked in for Durant. And it's Shepard in for Okogie. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Julius Randle.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
Outside McDaniels. DiVincenzo against Thompson. Left side, DiVincenzo. Gobert uses the glass on the layup. And it's 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Thompson outside.
2 minutes remaining.
Şengün, a screen on DiVincenzo. And there's the lob.
Set him up, and Şengün executed the pick and roll to perfection.
.152 left in the third. Outside McDaniels. To the middle. Knocked loose. Şengün with a steal. DiVincenzo with the steal. Here's Conley. And the layup is good. Conley's got his second bucket of the night.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Here's Shepard. He's guarded by Conley. Thompson, a screen on Conley. Pass to Şengün. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson passes to Smith. Off the mark there with a 3. Timberwolves trail by 6. For 3, Conley gets the 3 ball to go. Conley's got 7 now in this quarter.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Woo! I love it.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Rockets. Okogie comes in for Amen Thompson. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Julius Randle comes in for McDaniels. Clark is checked in for DiVincenzo. And Dillingham subbed in for Conley. Here's Durant. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Durant's got 8.
We try and tell people there are stars and then superstars, and then there's guys like KD, top 10 players of all time.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Here's Shepard. 6 points for him. Pass to Şengün. Up top, Durant. And here's Shepard for 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Rockets on top. They lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Randle at power forward with Reed at center. Dillingham out there with Edwards. And it's Clark in it to 3. Randle outside. Up and over Smith. Randle can't hit.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Here's Shepard. Clark covers. What a throwdown from KD.
Runs the offense smoothly. Durant special in that regard.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Edwards, a pass to Randle. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Pass to Reed. Şengün. Reed can't hit.
Nice work defensively, meeting him up top and forcing the miss.
Here's Shepherd. Outside Durant. They set the pick. Durant puts some moves on. And Durant with the big finish.
Durant too quick off the drive. Easy dunk for KD.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Thompson, he's checked in for Okogie. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Gobert's checked in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He ripped into their perimeter game and their energy level, saying to his guys, "You're just running through the motions out there. There's no hustle or desire to chase them off the three-point line or to try to get open looks from deep on the other end." Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
Pass to Shepherd. Let's go with a three. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Shepherd can really spin it from distance, and he doesn't need a lot of room to launch it.
Now Randall, covered by Smith. 13 feet out. Randall can't hit. Houston leading by 8. Now here's Şengün. Pass to Smith. Screen by Durant. Over Clark. Durant, no good.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Puts the move on. Şengün pulls it down.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Şengün, a screen on Clark. Clark against Durant. Driving in. Oh, Durant! Get out of the way!
All of a sudden, he's balling. Halftime adjustments successful so far.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. So for the Rockets, Steven Adams checked in for Alperen Şengün, and Finney Smith subbed in for Smith. And then for Minnesota, Jaden McDaniels, he's checked in for Clark. DiVincenzo comes in for Anthony Edwards. And Conley subbed in for Dillingham. Conley looking for an opening. Adams pulls it down.
Nothing is going his way in this half offensively. Really having a hard time finding his shot.
Durant against Gobert. Unloads from 13 feet. Oh, he nailed the jumper.
Capable of scoring from any area. Love when Durant takes charge and dominates like this.
Here's Randall. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
He's off from 3.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Now DiVincenzo. 8-footer is in.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Houston making some changes. Şengün checked in for Adams. Smith comes in for Finney Smith. And Okogie is subbed in for Shepherd. McDaniels against Durant. Şengün, a screen on McDaniels. Here's Şengün. Durant looking around. Puts it up from 12. Oh, it misses. Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside DiVincenzo. Now McDaniels. Randall fires, and the Baby J is good.
You want Randall with the ball in his hands towards the end of these games. Prime example right there.
And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And DiVincenzo comes to help. Now Durant. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
In a game this tight and this late, that level of defense is money.
And how about the finish there? The rise up for the slam. That might put this game out of reach.
This is how you completely steal the momentum. It's clear who is in control of the game right now.
And he's able to hit the second one, and that puts him up 5.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Randall against Smith, takes it from 10. Nope. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6.
And when you talk about guys who are built for the modern game, add Smith's name to that list.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up this lead.
Booyah! He sinks the triple. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5.
The line for Houston.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
We call that putting the game on ice. This one, oh yeah, that's over.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
At the line for you.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. And he nails it. And so the Rockets take the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game.